There's a specific moment when someone is manipulating you. You feel it in your gut. The guilt, the confusion, the pressure to give in. And in that moment, most people either explode in anger or collapse into compliance. But there's a third option. One sentence that stops manipulation cold without you having to explain yourself, defend yourself, or engage in their game at all. Manipulators are counting on you to do one of two things: fight back so they can play victim, or give in so they get what they want. This response does neither. It removes their power completely. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to say, why it works on a psychological level, and how to deliver it in a way that makes it impossible for them to continue. Let's start with what manipulation actually looks like in real time. Before we get to the response, you need to recognize when you're being manipulated, because manipulation doesn't announce itself. It disguises itself as concern, as advice, as just wanting what's best for you. Here's what it sounds like. I'm just worried about you. Translation: I want you to change your behavior to suit me, but I'm framing it as care. After everything I've done for you. Translation: I'm cashing an emotional debt to guilt you into compliance. You're being too sensitive. Translation: I want to invalidate your feelings so you stop having boundaries. I just think you should consider. Translation: I'm not respecting your decision, so I'm going to keep pushing until you change it. Every single one of these is an attempt to make you question yourself, feel guilty, or believe that your boundaries are unreasonable. And here's the key: manipulators need you to engage. They need you to explain, to defend, to justify. Because the moment you do that, you've entered their game. And in their game, they control the rules. The response I'm about to give you does something radical. It refuses to play. Here it is. This is the sentence. I'm not discussing this. That's it. 6 words. No explanation, no justification, no defense. I'm not discussing this. Now, your first instinct is going to be to add something. After it, you're going to want to say, I'm not discussing this because, or I'm not discussing this, but I understand where you're coming from. Don't. The power of this response is in its completeness. It's a period, not a comma. Let me break down why this works. Manipulation requires participation. It needs you to engage, to explain, to defend. The manipulator's entire strategy depends on keeping you in conversation so they can keep pushing, keep twisting, keep wearing you down. When you say, I'm not discussing this, you've exited the conversation. Not rudely, not aggressively. You've just stated a boundary and stopped engaging. And this is what makes manipulators lose their minds. Because they have no script for someone who simply refuses to participate. Here's what happens in a manipulator's brain. When you use this response, they experience what psychologists call narcissistic injury. You've just made it clear that they don't control you. And control is what manipulation is really about. There's a technique in therapy called gray rock. The idea is that you become as uninteresting and unresponsive as a gray rock when dealing with someone who feeds on your emotional reactions. This response is gray rock in one sentence. You're not giving them anger to feed on. You're not giving them guilt to exploit. You're not giving them an explanation to pick apart. You're giving them nothing. A 2017 study on boundary setting found that the most effective boundaries are the ones that require the least justification. The more you explain a boundary, the more you invite negotiation. And boundaries are not negotiations. When you say, I'm not discussing this, you're doing something most women over 45 have been conditioned never to do. You're declining to manage someone else's emotional response to your decision. You're not worried about whether they understand. You're not concerned with whether they agree. You're simply stating what is and isn't up for discussion. And this is terrifying at first, because you've been taught that refusing to engage is rude, that you owe people explanations, that saying no without a reason is selfish. But here's the truth. The people who respect you don't need explanations. And the people who don't respect you won't accept any explanation you give. So why waste your breath? Here's what you need to prepare for when you start using this response. The manipulators in your life are going to escalate before they retreat. The extinction burst in psychology. When a behavior stops getting rewarded, there's a phenomenon called an extinction burst. The person doing the behavior tries harder, louder, more desperately to get the response they're used to. When you stop engaging with manipulation, the manipulator will push harder. They'll get angrier. They'll try new tactics. This is them testing to see if your boundary is real. You have to outlast the extinction burst. If you give in during this phase, you've just taught them that all they have to do is push harder and longer, and you'll break. The guilt. You're going to feel guilty, especially the first dozen times you use this response. You're going to feel like you're being cold, unreasonable, maybe even cruel. That guilt is your old conditioning. Talking. You've been taught that refusing to engage is the same as being mean. It's not. Refusing to be manipulated is not mean. It's self-respect. The accusations. Some people will call you controlling. They'll say you're shutting down communication. They'll accuse you of being rigid or difficult. Here's the truth. People who respect boundaries don't call you controlling for having them. People who want to violate your boundaries call you controlling for enforcing them. If someone is accusing you of being difficult because you won't engage with their manipulation, that's all the evidence you need that the boundary was necessary. The relationship shifts some relations. Hips will end, and that's okay. If a relationship only worked because you had no boundaries, it wasn't a healthy relationship. It was a dynamic where you were being used. But most relationships won't end. They'll shift. People will learn to interact with you differently. They'll stop trying certain tactics because those tactics no longer work. The words matter, but the delivery matters just as much. Here's how to say it. Tone: calm and neutral, not angry, not apologetic, just factual. You're stating information, not issuing a challenge. If you say it with anger, you're giving them your emotional energy. If you say it apologetically, you're inviting them to push harder. Neutral is the key. Body language. Still and grounded. Don't fidget. Don't lean back. Don't cross your arms defensively. Just be still. Feet planted. Shoulders relaxed. Direct eye contact if you're in person. Your body language needs to match your words. You're not negotiating. You're not defending. You're just done. Repetition. The broken record. They will push back. They will ask why. They will try to re-engage. Every time you repeat, "I'm not discussing this," don't vary the response. Don't add explanations. The repetition itself becomes the boundary. They learn very quickly that pushing doesn't change the answer. The follow-up. Change the subject or leave after you've said it twice. You have two options. Either change the subject completely. "I'm not discussing this. Did you see the weather forecast for tomorrow?" Or if they won't drop it, you leave. "I'm not discussing this. I'm going to go now." And then you actually leave. Whether that's leaving the room, ending the phone call, or walking away from the conversation, your physical exit reinforces that your verbal boundary is real. Here's what I want you to do. The next time someone tries to manipulate you, tries to guilt you, tries to push past a boundary you've set, use these 6 words. I'm not discussing this. Don't explain. Don't defend. Don't engage. It's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel rude. It's going to trigger every instinct you have to manage someone else's feelings. Ignore those instincts. They're the same instincts that have kept you vulnerable to manipulation your entire life. You are not responsible for making manipulators comfortable with your boundaries. You're only responsible for enforcing them. And once you start doing this, once you stop participating in manipulation, you're going to notice something. The people who actually care about you will respect it. The people who don't will reveal themselves. That's not a loss. That's clarity. Drop a comment. What's the most common manipulation tactic you face? And if you want to know how to spot a manipulator before they even start their games, hit subscribe. The next video is about the one thing toxic people do when you start setting boundaries.